So guys, here's the problem with social media management clients. Let's jump into this. So guys, welcome back to my channel. Montel Gordon here. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're new around here, you know what to do. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I just realized I just said if you're new around here, you know what to do. You don't know what to do. But guys, look, hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you drop a comment as well. That helps me with the algorithm. It helps me push the channel out and help more people when it comes to social media management and entrepreneurship. So that would be greatly appreciated if you did that. Also, follow me on Instagram as well and just drop me a DM. So guys, look, I want to break down, I kind of hinted at this in my last video, like the problem with social media management clients. You see, I'll just give you a quick brief overview as to what I'm talking about here. You see, I want you to learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes, because there's a saying that says like a wise man learns from his own mistakes and a wiser man learns from the mistakes of others, or something like that. Don't quote me on that, I probably butchered it. But look guys, when it comes to social media marketing, and I have an agency that does social media marketing and stuff like that, there's two offers you can kind of be. There's a convenience offer, which is, you're just helping somebody out, doing something they could do themselves, but you're just taking it off their hands and being a convenience type of offer for them. Which means, for example, social media management is a convenience offer. I mean, sure, yes, a business owner could do their own social media and post on their social media and stuff like that, and many of them do. But what you'll realize is that a lot of business owners get really busy and they want to focus on the day-to-day running of their business, so they can't really spend crazy amounts of time on their social media. So that's where their social media starts to lack, and that's where services like social media management comes in, where we take that off their hands and grow their social media for them. So that's manage it for them. That's a convenience offer. Then there's a opportunity offer, where we actually leverage a skill we know, a skill that they don't have yet, to actually bring them in some sort of opportunity they couldn't have without us. So that would be, Facebook ads, Google ads, that sort of stuff, where we can actually generate them revenue and actual profits and monetary ROI. So you can generate a social ROI, which is social media management. Then there's a monetary ROI, which is Facebook ads and stuff like that. So here's the problem with social media management clients. What I've noticed, it's what I've heard before as well in the industry, having listened to a bunch of people in this industry and whatnot. But like, social media management, it's hard to show clients a discernible ROI. You see, the reason being is because we're trying to generate them a social ROI. I'm gonna keep this video short, but what you need to do, guys, is essentially create proper expectations, and you can do this through an onboarding process. Now, if you're in my 4-week mentorship program, the hybrid agency program, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about and how you need to frame this in terms of your service is a service like ROI based service. It's a convenience offer. Now, we have a client, and I wouldn't even say it's a big problem. It was just it just sparked an idea that I should probably warn you guys about this. So if you're going after social media management clients, you have to set the right expectations, meaning you can't tell a client that you're going to run their social media for them and then generate them a bunch of leads, or generate them a bunch of sales, for example, because that's not accurate. Growing an account organically takes a long time, especially if the client doesn't really have any following, any foundation, like right here, right now. So if you're growing it from scratch, definitely start using engagement ads, which I'll get into in a second. So guys, what you need to do is make the client understand that when you grow and manage their social accounts, you are not trying to generate them revenue. You're trying to generate them engagement, likes, followers, that sort of stuff. You're trying to generate them brand awareness. Now, with clients, you need to make them understand it, and you need to frame it in a very specific way. Probably not going to be a monetary ROI. You just need to put it flat, simple as that, to be honest with you. There's probably not going to be a monetary return on investment, meaning there's not going to be, I'm not going to post 30 posts this month on your account and you're going to generate $2,000 from that, from new clients. That's probably not realistic at all. In fact, the engagement on like Facebook pages are terrible. The engagement on Instagram is also terrible. So engagement and like organic growth is completely terrible. So what I highly recommend you guys do, and I mentioned this in like a last video, is I highly recommend you guys start running engagement ads. So engagement ads are like Facebook ads, but you're optimizing for engagement instead of conversions or like traffic, for example. So make sure you're actually running those, and I recommend you do like 1 to 2 of those a month and just split test a couple little different creatives in your little like page. And like for Instagram as well, it's a little bit more difficult than just generating page likes. I'd highly recommend do like story ads, should I say, and then you could do, you know, Instagram feed ads and see how that works as well as split test those. But just have like a budget of like $250, $300 at the absolute max, something like that. Probably could even do it with less than that. It depends on how many followers you're obviously trying to get and the quality of followers, and I would have it, you know, worldwide. But guys, look, the problem I'm running into now is like when it comes to reporting to clients, it's like, okay, did I make the money or lose the money? And they are, and again, it's only just one client, to be fair. When I think about it, it's only just one client that was kind of, I wouldn't even say complaining, they just wanted to know what the ROI was. And it's like, you can't really like tell them because there is no like monetary ROI. You need to show them social ROI. So when it comes to your reporting, you need to show them, you know, how many posts were posted, how much engagement each post started to get, how much, for example, the Facebook page, how much engagement like went up or went down or whatnot. Basically just KPIs like that. So the KPIs are very different to social media management than when it is to Facebook ads. Of course, everybody knows that. But guys, the moral of this video is to learn from my mistakes and tell your clients, like, go from the beginning, before they even signed on as a client, that your job, you want to make this crystal clear, like unshakably clear, that your job is not to generate them leads, sales, or anything to do with like monetary ROI or anything like that. You want them to understand that your job is to grow their brand awareness, their engagement, their following, their likes, for example. That's your job, not to generate them revenue. So guys, with that being said, I kind of just wanted to keep this short and make sure that you guys understand that there are clients out there that will understand that, but then still ask you like, what's the return on investment? I'm paying you $1,000 per month, but what am I actually getting back in return with my money? And again, it's that situation. You need to be able to make them understand that like, my job is not to generate you, you know, my job is not to take your $1,000 and turn it into $2,000, $3,000. My job is to take your $1,000 and take something off of your hand that's still important. Social media is still important, because what's going to happen is when you get clients and you start running ads in the future, if your customers, for example, or clients start looking at your social media, and this is I'm talking about your clients' customers and your clients, if you're working with a service-based business, of course, I'm talking about those people. If they come to your social media and look at it and you don't have a congruent brand that looks, you know, creditable and authentic, and like you guys are actually, you know, still frigging in business, they're going to go to your competitors. And that's the importance of social ROI. And that's one of the things when it comes to even selling social media management in the first place. You need to show them that it's a convenience offer, as in you're going to quote unquote fire them from their social media, have you take care of that instead of them doing it themselves, so they can focus on working on their business and real important high value tasks, instead of spending 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day on their social media trying to grow it and stuff like that. And that's not going to bring them any great returns until for a long time. Basically, there's definitely tasks out there they can be doing, such as getting their shipping times down, or increasing product quality, for example, or even running ads, or even if it's a service-based business, getting on calls with leads, for example. Those sorts of tasks increase the actual quality of a business and its actual brand and stuff like that. While social media does increase the brand and whatnot, it's not really a high value task, is what I'm trying to say. So that would be one way to sell it. Another way would be to talk about the social ROI, the engagement stuff, and how that's going to help their brand on the face of things, like how their online presence is set up. The strength of that is actually going to help them generate customers in the future when you start running ads and whatnot. Facebook actually prefers it if you have like an actual strong organic kind of following. I wouldn't say organic, but like an actual following behind you before you start running ads. So that's what I would do if I was you guys. So guys, again, the moral of this video, one last time, is to make sure your client knows that your job is just to get a social ROI, social return on investment, not a monetary return on investment. And you want to make that crystal clear from the very beginning, and learn from my mistakes. Because there's one client right now, I wouldn't even say, like I said, he's not really stressing about it too much. He just mentioned it, and it made me kind of prompt in my head that like, yeah, maybe I didn't actually set the expectations with this particular client straight away. So what I'm going to start doing now is, in my onboarding process, have them go through the onboarding process again. You guys, if you have the onboarding process, you should be okay with that anyway. If you haven't built it yet, if you're in my 4-week program, just make sure you add this bit in on the terms of, you know, your job is to get them a monetary ROI. But most of the times clients understand this anyway, and just looking for somebody just to manage their accounts anyway. And that's why I love Upwork, because that's literally the convenience haven. It's like a gold mine for clients that just literally want people. And again, this is something I teach you in a program, that like, there's people on Upwork that literally don't even really care about the how skilled you are. They just want to know that you're competent enough to create social media posts and post it on their behalf, and they'll actually pay you to do that, just to upkeep their social media basically. So they don't really care about that monetary ROI. But there are some people that are kind of thinking that organic growth is going to bring them sales. So you need to be very clear on your sales calls that this is not like an opportunity offer offer here, it's more of a convenience offer, and that's how you want to frame it. And you can actually make that sound, and this is the thing, if you're selling social media management, you actually want to make it sound like the best, the absolutely best service, and just completely shit on the rest. For example, why would you run Facebook ads? And a lot of companies, you know, lose money. But if you were selling Facebook ads, you'd obviously say, you know, this organic growth stuff is completely dead. Why on earth would you spend your time growing a social media and not bring back any ROI? But you get the idea, guys. Just want to make sure your services sound good and whatnot. Obviously, don't just tell them fluff and whatnot. You really need to believe in your own services. But guys, look, I just want to create that little short video to make sure that you guys are setting the client expectations right and kind of learning from my mistakes and understanding that it's the way you set the expectations that kind of dictates your relationship in the future. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys are all doing well, staying safe. If you like this, drop a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.